Yo, what's happening? Houston, this is the place to be, and I am DMC in the place to be with my man Brad Gilmore and the one and only, the champ, the man Booker T. So let's get it popping.
Live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. Join the six-time world heavyweight champion, two-time WWE Hall of Famer, and WWE NXT announcer, Booker T. Booker T. Alongside his right-hand man, the BOAT, Brad Gilmore. It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, six-time world champ, two-time Hall of Famer. Got my man Brad Gilmore here with me. As always, man, we ready to do this thing, coming to you live from ESPN 975, 92.5, as well as Podcast Heat. We represent, we do our thing. I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame today. Get your champagne wishes, caviar dreams. Going to have a special guest stepping inside the Hall of Fame today. So make sure you get your super chats in, because we got the Lion Queen stepping inside the Hall of Fame, Nikkita Lyons. So guys, let's get ready for that. Before we get started, Brad, how you feel, man? How you feel?
I'm doing good, BT. I'm excited. I'm excited for another week. There's so much going on in the world of professional wrestling, especially reality of wrestling. And you know what? I want to give a big shout out to our guy here at the top of the show. I know you haven't always seen eye to eye with this gentleman, but congratulations to Will Allday, reality of wrestling star, who went out and tied the knot, and just like yourself and myself, hung his jersey in the rafters, and is now committed forevermore.
Hey, man, only thing I can say to Will Allday is good luck. You know what I'm saying? Just good luck, man, because it's gonna be a long ride, man. It's gonna be a long ride. Actually, no, I got a lot of love for Will Allday. He's been one of my guys. He's been a reality wrestling loyal from the beginning. He's been a guy that's gone out there and worked tirelessly to represent reality wrestling. So I must say, yeah, man, I love Will Allday. He's a good kid. Yeah.
He's a good dude, man. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about him over the weekend too. Do you remember what his original name was in reality of wrestling?
No, what was it?
It was March. Do you remember that?
March.
We had January, February, and March. That was his name. And he hated being March. And then what did you do? You gave him Will Lockhart.
Will Lockhart. He was like one of the Bud Eric's, you know what I mean? We had the Lockharts. He looked like one of the Lockharts. So we said, let's just make him a Lockhart. And I swear, man, he fought me on that one too, man. He fought me on that one because he really wanted his name. He's like, well, my name's Will Allday. I'm like, Will Allday? That sucks. Next thing you know, Will Allday is stuck. It's stuck. I think it's the music, that damn song he has, more than anything that kind of like sold me on it. But for the longest, man, I didn't buy into the Will Allday thing, but it works. It works.
It does. It works for Will Allday, and yes, congratulations to him. A lot of the boys were out there. You know what I mean? And it was nice to have. It was a nice weekend, book. Nice weekend. You know, I wanted to come. You know, it's actually funny, and I think we got a little heat, you and I.
Oh,
I'll be honest. Well, you know what? I thought Saturday night on the drive home, I thought, tomorrow. I mean Friday night. Tomorrow, Saturday. You know, the missus is going to be out showing houses, doing her job. I said, you know what? I might hit Book up. And see if he wants to, hit up the K-pot. You know what I mean? Maybe he wants a little Korean barbecue. I bet you he's in the mood for it. So, I text you earlier in the day a question about something, but I didn't hear back immediately, right?
Yeah.
Then boom, I get a phone call from you, and you go, "Hey, sorry, I was handling some business. Guess where I am?" I said, "Are you at the K-pot?" I didn't even have a chance to even ask. He was already there. And you know what I thought? perhaps you would have, called somebody who's not too far down the road from you who enjoyed his last visit to the K-pop, but no such luck.
Hey man, we just haven't been out, man. We just rolling past and say, man, let's just stop. I'm gonna tell you, man, that K-pop, man, is definitely on my list. It's on my list, man. Just like going back to B1. Can't wait to get back to B1. We're gonna be out in Vegas on this month, actually the 30th, March 30th. Going to be a big fight going down. Tim Tszyu versus Keith Thurman. That fight right there, man. I can't wait to see that one because Tim Tszyu, he's done a lot of his damage outside the States. Now he's looking to take over Las Vegas, starting with Keith Thurman. I cannot wait to see that one, as well as Rolly Romero going to be taking on Pitbull Cruz. And I'm going to tell you, that fight right there, that's the one I'm so anxiously looking forward to, highly anticipating that matchup right there, because this is the first fight I really think outside of Tank Davis that Rolly is really going to have to step in there and step his game all the way up to another level, because Pitbull definitely took Tank to his limit. If anybody took Tank to his limit, it was Pitbull Cruz. So I cannot wait to get back to Vegas, man. It's going to be good. It's going down on March 30th. We'll be out there a couple of days early. We're going to be doing Radio Row. Myself and Brad, we're going to be doing it. We back in business, man. So can't wait to the end of the month.
I'm excited too, man. Because I'm actually in the boxing mood. Like, I'm in the boxing mood. I finally saw Creed 3 over the weekend, by the way. Really, I had a lot of fun with that one, and it put me back in that boxing spirit. There's no sport quite like the sweet science. So I'm excited that we're going to be back there in Las Vegas. Keith one-time Thurman. Remember, that was our first trip to Vegas, was to see him and Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Now it's come full circle. We're going to see if he can do it. We're going to see if he can get the job done.
Keith Thurman, he showed me a whole lot, man, against Mario Barrios in Atlanta, Georgia. It went down, and I tell you, I think that was Atlanta, Georgia, if I'm not mistaken. But Keith Thurman, I really thought Mario Barrios was going to give Keith Thurman a whole lot of trouble, and Keith Thurman came back like he had not missed one beat. So I'm so, like I say, anticipating this fight with Tim Tszyu versus Keith Thurman, because Tim Tszyu, legendary father Costa Tszyu, who was a bad man back in his day, and now his son is wrecking shop. This fight right here is going to tell me a whole lot about Tim Tszyu versus Keith. One time Thurman. Oh yes, it's going down, man. Can't wait.
It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. Well, definitely get the super chats in. By the way, Reality Wrestling Pay Up sold out, right? We're gonna have to add more seats in here.
Yeah. Actually, I'm spending some money, guys. I'm knocking out a wall. I'm building some risers up even higher. We got to get more people in the building, man. We're looking forward to having about more than 5 for this next show. So guys, come on out. Of course, Matt Cardona, what do they call him? The King of the Indies. King of the Indies. He will be in the house, and I tell you, man. I'm excited. I'm so excited about Reality Wrestling going down April 13th. Don't miss out. Don't get shut out. We still got some general admission tickets that we're going to be putting out, guys. So make sure you go to Reality Wrestling, go to general admission, and get your seat. You better do it. You better do it quick, because the seats are going like hotcakes, man. Also, let's not forget, guys, that want to sign up for the road game. Is going to be going down April 20th. Looking for the ultimate athlete. The search for the ultimate athlete. Guys, sign up now. Do it now. We're going to be having an awesome event going down right up there at the Big Tex Adventure Park. That's what I call it, man, because they got everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything, as well as World's Gym down there in Texas City. That's going down April 20th, guys. Go to Reality of Wrestling right now and sign up, realitywrestling.com. Do it now. It's gonna be, hey, you got a chance to win $5,000, man. That's female and male alike. So guys, let's sign up for the road games.
Don't miss out on it. Hey, Book, we got super chats coming in. There's one in particular about some stuff that went on at the last show. Do we want to talk about it now, or we want to save that later?
Get it, man. Get it.
All right, this comes from Jack Frost. Can't wait for you and CM Punk to break the internet with the Starbucks pick recreation.
You know what? I, I don't know why people want me to have it. I saw somebody said, I just want to see you and CM Punk have a fight. Look, me and CM Punk, we won't be having a fight. Okay. I want to let everybody know out there, I have no ill will towards CM Punk. Um, I, contrary to popular belief, I consider CM Punk a friend. All right. So when I'm saying something about CM Punk, guys, do not take it literally like the internet and these sites do. Don't take it serious. Don't jump into that mud. If you hear me say anything here on the Hall of Fame, this show is show related. I'm trying to entertain my fans. I'm trying to entertain the fans that's watching this, trying to give you guys a moment where you ain't got to think about that kind of stuff. All right. So if you hear me say something about CM Punk, Corey Graves, Michael Cole, Brad, okay, don't jump into the internet mess. All right. So let's just get that out there right now, because that story, that 40-second story that people wrote, it was clickbait, guys. That's what it was more than anything. Did I put it out there? Did I say it? As far as I had a beef, I was going to run up. Yeah, I said it, but I'm entertaining, guys. Entertaining.
We're just playing around.
I'm just playing
in the spirit of just playing around. Yeah, I know we have to take a break here.
This is a wrestling show, man. Stick around, guys. You're not
wait, real quick. Before we go to break, can I just show something real?
Yeah.
Somebody did recreate the Starbucks picture.
Oh yeah.
Can I show it?
Yeah, let me see it. See, it's stupid.
Just jokes, having fun.
This is jokes, man. Stick around. Hey, Nikkita Lyons coming up. We'll be back in a minute. Stick around. Can you dig it, sucker? And this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up. BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So there's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, Book, Blue Chew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
Let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, man. Do we got anybody coming in yet? Because I just checked a second ago, and a special guest said she was logging in right now. I don't know if she's logged in yet. You're the host, Bradley. Anybody logged in yet?
Somebody is logged in. Somebody is Logan. Should we
Oh,
bring them on?
shucky ducky quack quack, shucky ducky quack quack, ladies and gentlemen. We told you we had a very very special guest stepping inside the Hall of Fame today. Get a dose of champagne wishes and caviar dreams, man. We talk about the ones on the Scotty list, the biscotti list. This is one definitely on the Hottie Biscotti list. Ladies and gentlemen, stepping inside the Hall of Fame today, we got to give it up for the Lion Queen, Nikkita Lyons. Oh yeah, man.
Hey, Shucky Ducky Quack Quack, what's up?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Man, we're doing real good inside the Hall of Fame. We always just having some fun more than anything. I like that setup you got there. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Thank you. This
There
is
you go,
my
yeah.
lion's den.
Yeah, I like it. That's a beautiful representation of
Thank you.
what's really going on. But more importantly, you've been out for a while, and we definitely got to talk about that. But it's so much we want to talk to Nikkita Lyons about, me personally, because I always like to know the backstory. I always like to know, where one come from more than anything. And I see like you post you do a whole lot of postings that
Yes.
see,
It's part of it,
I'm serious, man. I'm like, man, come down with all these postings. No, but where does Nikkita Lyons come from as far as the little girl Nikkita Lyons? What were your were you like a Barbie type little girl, or were you one that wanted to get your hands dirty?
I would say both,
Okay.
honestly. So I grew up in the entertainment industry. This journey started at 3 years old, and I always like to use that metaphor of the glacier in the ocean. There's that big foundation under the water, the hard work, the blood, sweat, tears, hustle, grind, all of that nobody sees, and then there's the pretty ice outside of the water that everybody does see. So what I like to compare, I guess, my childhood and going through my teens, that's the foundation under the water that, people don't really see now. And I started Taekwondo when I was 4 years old. I got my black belt in that, shifted more into being a boxing and kickboxing enthusiast, as well as starting to coach. Um, I've always been in music, acting, dance. I danced professionally when I was younger. And growing up through my teens, I just kind of like always had a passion for just entertaining. And I was like, there has to be some way. There's something out there that mixes everything I love: combat, acting, music, dance, when I can incorporate it. And so professional wrestling was introduced to me when I was around 15, maybe
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
And I would watch it with my mom here and there. Divas, love divas. Yeah. And I was like, dang, I have no idea how to even get into this,
But,
Um, and
before you get there,
yeah,
I just want to know, as far as
young Facey
no,
J.
you're in your teen years, were there any
Yeah.
struggles as far as bullying, being able to fit in, with the rest of the girls? That's where
That's
I'm
where you at.
yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. My brain went wrestling. Okay. Okay, so yes, there was many struggles. Growing up in the entertainment industry, especially as like a thicker girl, it's always been like, you're too tall for this role. I've been 5'8" since I was 12 years old. You're too thick for this role. You should dye your hair. You'll never be the hot girl. Blah blah blah. All this stuff going in my 12-year-old brain and on. Because when I was 4 years old, I looked for, so I was doing pretty good, booking little acting
Yeah,
gigs here and
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And then I started to grow, and then I started to not look my age and looked older. There's definitely bullying at school, a lot of online bullying, which still happens, but your girl has built that rhino thick skin now, so it's I just do my best to laugh at it. um, but at the time, like in school, a lot of it wasn't directly to my face. A lot of it was like behind my back, people talking, and then when they see me, oh hey girl, whatever, that it's kind of um that fake energy,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I could feel the energy, if that makes sense. And it was definitely something that I had to overcome. And it just basically taught me that no matter what anybody says or what anybody does, I know me and I know what I've been through. I know what I'm going for. I know me, period.
right.
And there was a lot of bullying, and there still is, there still
Yeah.
is. And it
I,
doesn't stop.
and I asked that because I was a kid too, once upon a time. And I know, there's this one girl, right? And her name was Alice.
Mm,
And we used to tease her all the time, and we used to call
mhm.
her Alice the Goon, Alice the Goon. And we were kids, we didn't
Yeah,
know. And I
yeah.
remember one time, as an adult, I was like in my early 20s, and I ran into Alice at a club, and she was
Okay.
so smoking hot, right? And I was like, what
Yeah.
the hell was I thinking back then,
The glow up.
No, no. Do you have that thought now? As far as I got teased then, and now look at me now. Look at the Lion Queen shine now. Do you
Yeah.
feel like yeah? No, I'm serious. How do you feel about that now?
I would say that's definitely a thing. Like my mom would always tell me, your best revenge is success. So, and yet I still, even though I've been on the grind for 20 years, I feel like I'm still just getting started, you know? And so even though, yes, I'm a much more evolved version than what they were bullying, I'm still just getting started. So like, that's how I feel with it. But you're right. I mean, I guess like I don't like to, but they see it. Y'all see it. um, yeah. But I'm grateful. I'm like weirdly grateful for the bullies because at the end of the day, like all that is projection. All that is your perception of me is a reflection of how you feel about you. And so just knowing that and having that human compassion of, okay, they just need a hug. I'm gonna pray for them. Like obviously back then it's hard, but even now, like it's just reminding myself that, and then like you see it, you see it.
It
Yeah,
reminds me. It reminds me of that Cat Williams bit. I don't know if y'all remember where he was like, if you've got 12 haters now, you need to make sure you have 20 by the summertime. That's their job.
Yes,
Their
I
job.
remember. I remember him saying that 100%. That's right.
Yeah. When did you, I guess that mentality, I know Book, I mean, I don't know if you want to jump into the wrestling
wait,
side of it
wait,
yet,
wait.
but okay, you said you discovered Divas. Were you talking about the show or the Total Divas show? Is that what
hmm
brought you into wrestling? Okay, what was appealing about the show?
So honestly, just the in-ring athleticism as well as the beauty that all the women brought. And I remember with my mom just sitting on the couch, she'd be like, "I feel like you could do this," and I was like, "I think I can." Like it was just like that. What was appealing was well, actually, let me back up. The inspiration that the women would give to the world, young kids to adults, whatever, that's really what I also love about it. And even now, being able to go to like Boys and Girls Club or like go to different charity events and like help have a positive influence on people's lives, that's also what appealed me to it very much because I would see like Natalia go and do these appearances and make people's day or year, and I just thought that was really, really cool. And so of course, the glamour of it and the badassery of it too, of course, because it mixes again everything that I love together. So yeah.
Yeah, coming from that combat life, though, I didn't go back and totally dive into it. Did you ever compete from a combat perspective?
Not professionally. When I was really young, I did tournaments, but as I grew older, because of my love for music and acting and working on just being in that world, I was like, my face. So,
Yeah.
honestly, and even though
Funny bone.
now what we're doing is like we contact, so it's
No,
possible,
no,
but
no, 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 no. I asked that because I watch a lot. been watching a lot of your videos, and a lot of your videos involve combat, real combat,
Yes.
real situations. And me personally, I can tell when somebody's doing it right, and I can tell when somebody's doing it wrong. And you definitely throw a punch right. You definitely know how to find certain positions pretty much flawlessly. And it seems like something that you actually competed in. That's why I asked that. But now turning to wrestling, and we definitely want to talk about that. But we got to take a quick break. Stick around, guys. You're inside the Hall of Fame, man. We'll be back in a minute.
2 long years I've waited for my return. 2 long years I've been training, growing, and doing whatever it takes to get better, to become faster, stronger, deadlier. Finally, I make my return to reality of wrestling. The last time I came, I plowed my way through. This time, I'm coming for a fight. So be prepared. My name is Shaonan, and I come with the spirits of the Pahlawan Malayu flowing through my veins. And I shall lay waste to anyone who stands in my way. And this is a prophecy.
Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. We got Nikkita Lyons just chopping it up, talking about a little bit of wrestling, a little entertainment, a little bit of everything. And when I say everything, guys, I mean everything, man. But right now, we want to dive into the wrestling thing. You did find wrestling, but before that, wrestling, music, fighting. Is it just the entertainment lifestyle? Is it something that, because I actually saw you, I can't remember what it was, but it was before you was wrestling. It was like, I don't know, you were like at a hip hop shop. I don't know, something, but it was something entertainment based. Are you just destined to be an entertainer?
Thank you. I will say, yeah, it's the entertainment lifestyle, but so when I was little, kind of going back, forgive me, Book. Sometimes
No,
my
do
brain
it,
will be like,
Yeah,
I don't like one thing will spark another thing, So forgive me. But going back to when I was a little girl, like I used to set my Barbies up, my brat dolls, have my parents be some of my audience, and I would just whatever, sing, dance, my little ukulele, whatever it was, like just performing. And I had a lot of energy as a kid, a lot. And I think that's where some of the ADD comes from now. Like I still got that, and it's just a bunch of energy. And so my parents were like, "All right, let's just throw her in dance, acting, whatever. Like it is Taekwondo for discipline." That was the original reason my mom threw me in Taekwondo at 4 because I used to hit things when I was little. Like I used to just hit things. I used to just be a spaz and run away and like want to talk to everybody. And my mom was like, all right, we're going to throw her in some Taekwondo to teach her that discipline. And obviously, like, we learn how to fight. But a lot of martial arts, the core of it is that self-respect, respect for other people, self-confidence, just the root morals, And so that's why she threw me in that. And then I still love to dance. So she put me in dance. And then I was kind of like balancing the two. I did some dance competitions. I danced professionally with like Lil Mama, Wiz Khalifa, a couple artists, as well as myself. Being an artist myself, I started to branch into choreographing and dancing for other artists and performing at events and stuff like that in LA, which is where I'm originally from, by the way. Born in Las Vegas, raised in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, wow. Entertainment,
yeah.
like you didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Yes. And you know what's funny? I would like to say this too, like going to some of like the comments that I see, people are like, oh, she's doing this just to use it as a platform and blah, blah, blah. No, I did it backwards, baby. I was already doing that, okay? And then I found wrestling and was like, I love this. So let's clear that up. I've already, you know what I mean, been doing that. And so it brought me to this, and everything connects in life. And yes, okay. So to answer your question about the entertainment lifestyle, yes is the answer. And again, coming with that entertainment, what I've found over the years, again with social media and stuff, and the reason I post so much, which getting to where I am now, I'm so grateful for every single one of my, I don't even like to call followers, people, my people who have been, rocking with me since 2012, 2013 when I started my Instagram. It's always been a business mindset. Even at that age, it was like, all right, I'm going to build this so I can build whatever is going to happen that God has for me in the future. Um, but a big part of the entertainment, going back to that, is instilling that love and confidence and happiness and positivity into people. Like when I get messages from men and women saying, "Hey, you make me feel better about my body. You've helped me. You've motivated me to go to the gym. Stuff like that."
Yeah.
That's what I love. And being able to do that through something that I love to do, which is really creating. Whether it is dance, wrestling, music, any of that, all it is creating. And if you think about it this way, just to touch on this, like we are living in a huge creation. So being in that creative mode for me is really just being connected, if that makes sense. So like
Yeah.
it's just something that I really love to do.
I feel you. I feel you. As far as the wrestling, for me, I never imagined or dreamt in a million years that I would have became a professional wrestler. All right. It wasn't on my radar. I was just a skinny kid. But when I got into it, it was I would always say it was like deja vu. It seemed like a place
Mm-hmm.
that I've been my whole life. I loved it. I never wanted to let it go.
Yeah.
Since you've been in the business, it hadn't been that long. How long you been in now?
So let me see. I graduated high school in 2017. I was introduced, like, I got in the ring for the first time in 2018. So,
Exactly my point.
yeah,
You
right.
you're just kicking your career off.
Exactly.
You've
Hmm.
had a MCL tear, right? You've had a
Yeah, partial.
ACL
Hmm.
tear. That downtime, riding on that high and then boom, getting knocked down, riding on that high, boom,
Hmm.
and then getting knocked down again. How do you find yourself being able to pick yourself back up?
Yeah. Honestly, it kind of coincides with the constant rejection growing up in the entertainment industry. Now, while this is more of a physical manifestation within my physical body, that, it's, I mean, it sucks, not gonna lie. It's painful and it sucks, and I don't want to sugarcoat and be like, yeah, everything's great and dandy. Like, no, there's days where it's really tough, really difficult, where I don't want to look at the internet. I don't need to do any of that. I want to focus on me, lock back in, whatever. However, every single time I've experienced an injury, I've always discovered myself even further. I've always found different parts of me that are simply just memories, because we just come back to who we are. But like every single, like I always learn so much, and it sucks. Obviously, I'm done. I want to be done now, But
Yeah.
stuff happens. It just happens, especially in our line of work. It's just part of it, and I accept that. And honestly, when I do get hurt, it gives me the chance to be even better. Like, okay, that version wasn't strong enough. That version needed some tweaking, needed some work. Okay, I'm going to accept this challenge and I'm going to come back better than I ever have. So,
Yeah, that's one thing
these are
about the
cool.
injuries. I tore my PCL.
Mm,
I've had knee scopes, and
yeah.
I always think, man, am I going to come back stronger? Am I going to be faster? I always got back, but it was always that question in my head. The rehab is so tough,
Hmm. Hmm.
and that's the stuff that the people don't see.
Right.
They hear about your injury.
Hmm.
They see you come back, but they don't see all that work that has to go
Hmm.
in between. Man, I hated that. How
Yeah.
has that process been for you?
Yeah, so you're 100% correct. I mean, that goes back to that foundation under the water of the glacier that people don't see. Every single day, I report to the performance center. I do my rehab. I do my lift. I do my, I work on my craft. And now what people mistake is like, just because things are being posted, yes, I post, but I post what I want you to see. The hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, and all of that. I'm not going to be posting all of that.
Yeah.
But, like, what? But, I mean, here and there, yeah, just to, whatever, inspire. That would be the reason to post it. But I, it's a grind every single day, pushing through that pain, pushing through mentally. That's a big thing too, aside from physically, like being mentally strong in anything, honestly, in any line of work and whatever. Like that's a huge thing, is mental health. So yeah, I think it's funny seeing some people, like, just comments make me laugh. you know
Yeah.
Certain comments, people who think they know. But you know what? Like, I know. Like I said before, I know what I am doing, and I know what I'm gonna do, and I know, period. So it's just like working through it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a grind. It's definitely a grind. I was,
Mhm.
talking not too long ago with Brad, and because it was a comment out there as far as a lot of females in NXT are getting hurt,
Mhm.
ACL,
Right.
whatnot. And they were saying that it was probably due to the training that they get in the PC. And I go, well, that can't be because they'll be getting hurt in training instead of in
Mhm.
real time. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
Right.
we got to take a quick break, but I want to talk to you about the training that you're getting at the PC, because me personally, I'm there on a weekly basis and I see exactly what's going on there. But just from your perspective, talk to me about that. Guys, you're inside the Hall of Fame. We got Nikkita Lyons here, the Lion Queen. If you got your super chat, you better do it now. You better
Yeah,
do it
man.
now, because this is a one-time only deal here. Stick around. We'll be back. And it's Booker T, 6-time world champion, my man Brad Gilmore from Manscaped. The Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is here. And let me tell you, it's got futuristic tendencies included in this bundle, guys. Brand new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose and hair trimmer, and essentials aftercare products like the Crop Soother, the Bald Aftershave Lotion, and the Crop Preserver Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant, and 2 free gifts. Oh, yes.
That's right, Book. Their 5th generation lawnmower features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. And did I mention it's waterproof too? Manscaped, they did us a favor, Book. All the listeners of the Hall of Fame, and they threw in 2 free gifts: the Boxers 2.0 and the Shed 2.0 toiletry bag. Resolutions may come and go, but a well-groomed you is here to stay with Manscaped's latest and greatest.
Yeah, and start the new year off right, because when you look good, you feel good. Manscaped help you sculpt the best version of yourself for the year ahead. New year and new you, and definitely a new trimmer. Manscaped got your grooming resolutions covered. Guys, get 20% off and free shipping with the code Booker at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code Booker. Happy New Year to your balls.
What an ad! I love it.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I was like, I
We
wonder
gotta
if we're
sell
just
these
gonna act
products.
like I did nothing. You heard him.
That's stupid, right?
That's great. Great.
Back to the conversation. Talking about the training, man.
Yep.
Talking about the,
That's right.
talking about the training down in the PC.
Yes.
How has that experience been for you? And talk to me
Uh,
about some of the guys down there you're working with.
yeah. Honestly, my experience, I know I'm trying to switch over. Okay. I'm kidding. um, my experience there has always been great. I mean, it pushes you to your limit. However, it's safe,
Yeah, yeah,
and I think a big thing when it comes like to the injuries and stuff is the recovery and possibly warming up properly before having like a live match or a TV match. Um, and the people that I work with are my experience has been great. I like to go in there every day to the best of my ability with happiness and positivity, and just like not change my energy if other energies are different and try to uplift the energy as much as possible. But I mean it's a great crew down there, like or over there.
yeah.
Over there, stay over there. But yeah, my experience has been honestly wonderful and I'm grateful every day that I walk in there.
Yeah, I've watched your progression as far as um, being able to go out in the ring and perform at that certain level. Actually, the last time you got hurt, I saw exactly when it happened, and I go, "Ow!"
Hmm.
And boom, it actually, something that came to fruition. I hated it
Hmm.
because you was just boom getting right back in the game. Um, one thing about this business, I always tell people, especially young people, time off is your worst enemy. Out of sight is out of mind in
Hmm.
this business. What's your timeline?
So, so my timeline right now, it's been 2 months since my surgery, and honestly, I feel like those 2 months went pretty quick, at least for me, because I'm on the grind every day. But right now, I'm hoping by Halloween Havoc, I'm hoping that'll be, a good time. But also, I want to make sure that, I mean, by that time, it should be ready to go. But like, I don't want to say an exact, to be like, oh, it's gonna be here because I mean, with injuries, it's kind of day by day. And going back to the out of sight, that's why I'm gonna stay active, y'all. I'm not going nowhere. I'm so. Oh my gosh, sorry, my thing just fell. Okay, sorry, the energy just made it fall. No, but for real, like I ain't going nowhere, and like that's why I'm shoving myself in y'all face. Y'all are not gonna see this brick house blow down. All right, like that's where I'm at, and like that's where I cross into my music and like
Yeah,
different forms of art that I can do. Still talking to the people, being involved, going to, like I said, these community events and charity events. Like I ain't going nowhere.
yeah.
I'm just gonna continue to improve in every other way that I can until I can step in the squared circle again.
Well, we definitely want to get you back as soon as possible because
For
we want you
sure.
down to reality wrestling. We got to get you down to do a short reality wrestling at least once. As well as I love to get a chance to work with you myself and talk to you about the psychology of
Yes.
wrestling because wrestling for me is it's the moves are one thing, but I always talk to my students about it's about what you do before and what you do after is what
Hmm.
actually makes the move, So I love to get in your head on that
Yes.
from that aspect. The music thing, I wanted to talk to you about that as far as the music goes, because for me, music and wrestling coincide with each other. I teach my students as far as, when you're listening to a song, the way the song starts,
Hmm.
it's never going to be like the finish. The finish is always going to be different than the way it starts. The octave
Hmm.
at the beginning of the song is never going to be louder than the octave at the end of the song. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's
Hmm.
all, and the song always goes in a certain direction. It never goes down. It always goes up, and level up, up,
Hmm.
up, all the way to the end. So talk to me about
Hmm.
the music side of Nikkita Lyons.
Yeah. So, you're 100% right. It tells a story just like wrestling does. It makes you feel things just like wrestling does. And Um, I was able to record my own entrance song, which is out now, called The Lioness on all platforms. Super grateful that I got to do that. And uh, as far as we'll just talk about the entrance song, like when people hear that roar at the beginning, y'all know what's coming. You know what I mean? And like, just like, I was able to reinvent it throughout my last ACL injury. And I'm grateful that I got to redo it because my voice changed since 2 years ago. I had more ideas. Like, I just got to be able to sit in the studio with Neil, Bella, and Bianca, and they're just an amazing team, and I'm very grateful. Shout out to them. And like, kind of reinvent the song. And so now that's my entrance song. I have some new stuff that's coming that technically is new to the world, but old to me,
Right.
that I've had for a long time since like lockdown, which I can't believe that was like 4 years ago. That's crazy. But I'm gonna drop an album called Rough Cuts, and it's called Rough Cuts because I want it to be a little rough. I want you to hear every song's gonna be a different genre. I want there to be something to resonate with everyone, and I'm super excited about that. And then I have a single called To Be a Champion that I did film a music video for last year that I just have not dropped yet. So I got stuff. I got stuff. It's just divine timing. This new injury that I have it's saying it's time, Nikkita. It's time, Faithy J. Drop it. Drop it. Yeah. So it all coincides. It's all entertainment. It's all, I mean, you see like Bad Bunny coming in. He killed it in the ring. He did a great
Yeah, it's
job.
great.
But he did a great job. But
Really good.
again, music artists, like just, and Snoop Dogg has done stuff. And like, I saw Travis Scott was at like, I think it was, I can't remember, it was Raw or SmackDown, but he was there. He was in there. So it's just, we're in there like swimwear. It's all interconnected. And I'm just extremely grateful because my whole life I've been told, oh, you have to pick one. If you had to pick one, wrestling or music, what would you pick? I'm like, no, I don't, baby. No, I don't. Just wait. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, I'm just so grateful that things like this are coming into fruition.
BT, we do have some super chats that came in for Nikkita that we'll read off here. So this one first came from Richard JR, who says, "Hi, Nikkita Lyons. I love you. And do you want to get revenge on Roxanne Perez after she betrayed Lyra Valkyria at NXT?"
Richard, thank you. Much love to you too. Yeah, I would like to. I got the privilege to tag with Lyra before I got injured, and she's a great partner. So I would most definitely love to get revenge on Roxanne and her new edge that she has going on, which I like it. It's spicy, but step in with the lioness, But I ain't done. I ain't done with Blair Davenport. I got a few. I got a few on the list,
Got a few. We got another question, though. This is from Samganda Chanko, who says, "I watched some old 80s professional wrestling for Nikkita and Book. From a psychology perspective, what do you think current superstars can improve on?" I don't know who wants to field that one first.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
What could current stars improve on? Just the storytelling and really trying to make it to where, like for me, I was a big movie buff when I was a kid. Talked to people all the time about the Shaw Brothers productions, karate movies. And every time I left that theater, man, I was energetic. I had so much energy because that movie made me feel a certain way. And the thing is, I knew the movies that made me feel that way, and I knew the ones that didn't make me feel that way. So I was always trying to thinking about the fans. Never think about yourself. You always think about the fans. That's what I could tell the young people more than anything.
Most definitely. I'm a
I like
student
it.
here, so I'm.
Yeah. Student, that's a sensei. James Foreman wants to know when wrestlers start, how are characters created? So Nikkita, like, how did you put together your character that you brought to NXT?
Wait a minute. Before you answer that question, we got to take a quick break.
Stay tuned.
Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be right back.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Hey, this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up. BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So there's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, Book, Blue Chew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
You know, let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, you know, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Talking about the creation of the character, Nikkita Lyons, the Lion Queen. I put that part on there, the Lion Queen.
I love it.
A little, addition to it. But
Yes. Yes.
How'd that come about?
Yeah. So when I did get into the ring for the first time, which was in 2018, I was very grateful to get my start at WOW Women of Wrestling. And at the time, I was Faith the Lioness. I'm a Leo, so I guess it stems a little bit from that, fire sign, lion, heart of a lion energy. I mean, the hair, little lion's mane. I've always just also loved lions. So at the time I was able to, that was baby lioness at the time. And it kind of evolved once I got signed to WWE. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's character making is different. But I was able to, they the creative team asked me what direction are you looking to go? How do you feel about it? And I was like, I'm the lioness. I'm the lioness. And basically had a list of names. They picked the top 3 of first names, top 3 of last names. And we just agreed on Nikkita Lyons. And that was that. And honestly, Nikkita's very extra, right? Very extra, and she's gonna just become more extra. And honestly, I think it's just a super heightened version of me. It's a super heightened version of Faithy J. It's like Faithy J's Nikkita, Nikkita's Faithy J, and we go out and kick some ass. That's So that's kind of what went into mine, and especially again throughout my injuries, I'm discovering more and more all the time of who Nikkita is. It's a constant evolving growth.
Yeah, you say you started on WOW. I used to watch the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, and Nikkita is kind of like a Russian name, right? Right, and on Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, it used to be my favorite wrestler on there. Her name was Nanishka. And
Nanishka.
No, seriously, she was Russian too. So it's just kind of like crazy how things happen. But what's the ultimate goal for Nikkita Lyons in this wrestling thing? I know you got the music. thing going, but as far as the wrestling thing, what's the ultimate goal? Because right now you are still in your infancy stages of this thing.
Yeah.
I was talking to Ivy now about 3 weeks ago, right? And I asked her, I said, how's it going? And her eyes was like wide, like so wide, because she was like, this is a machine. I've been running, I've been going, I've been rolling. You know what I mean? What's the ultimate stop for Nikkita Lyons?
Yeah, she's killing it. Let's see. I mean, I can sit here and say, oh, it's to win all the titles and blah, blah, blah. No, it's to, yes, that's part of it. But my goal is to be able to step in the ring with any woman, be able to work an amazing match, tell stories, change the game. That's the goal, is to change the game and evolve it into something that I don't really even know what it is yet. But it's to be able to raise the vibration of this earth. That's my goal. And to be able to do that through something that I love, whether I have a title or not, that's the goal.
I mean, that's the right answer, to be honest. Seriously, I talk to my students sometimes, and it's always a test. One thing about wrestling is everything is always going to be a test. And I ask my students, I say, hey, what's your goal? And they go, well, I want to be the WWE champion. And I go, well, if you can't be the reality of wrestling champion, you have no chance at being champion anywhere else in the world. You know what I mean? So that should be your ultimate goal. To be the best wrestler for me was my ultimate goal. I never had championship aspirations or anything like that. I never thought about being the world heavyweight champion. I just wanted to be the best wrestler in the locker room. I just wanted to go out and shine every night and tell those suckers, go follow that. You know what I mean? If you can. And they would be you know what I mean? But I would prove it. I would go out there and prove it every single night, how good I really was inside that square circle. For the listeners, and it's a lot of, doubters out there, a lot of people that always want to throw hate. What do you want to tell your fans, about Nikkita Lyons, and what can they expect from Nikkita Lyons in the very, very near future?
Yes. Expect the unexpected, first of all. I'm always going to do my best to come with something different, come with something new. You're learning while I'm learning. This is a whole evolution happening in front of people's eyes that I'm grateful it's happening in front of their eyes, but like, all the little assumptions or whatever, like she's just here because of her body, she's just here because of that. You can go ahead and think that. But I'm going to prove to you what I'm really here to do. And I'm excited for this journey. I'm so grateful. I believe if it's your calling, it'll keep calling you. And to the people who do ride with me, who do rock with the Lion Pride, I'm infinitely grateful every single day, waking up to your love and your positivity, comments, DMs, all that, even though I may not get to you, just saying, I appreciate it. I see you and I'm grateful. And let's just have a good time. Let's have a good time. Let's make history. Let's freaking heal. You know what I'm saying? We're going to heal. And I mean that in more ways than one. And for those people who also struggle with being bullied or dealing with internet trolls or whatever, because I know it's out there, because I have conversations with some people who've dealt with it, and I do my best to help them out. Again, I kind of said it earlier, realize that those people who have something to say are usually doing less than you. The people who have something to say don't know you personally, so don't take it personal. These people who have something to say obviously have something within them that's being triggered by your light that they need to heal. So radiate that love, keep your own vibration high, and let's go, Lion Pride.
Okay. Hey man, I just want to thank you for stepping inside the Hall of Fame and giving me some time, open and being open, so open about everything more so than anything. And like you say, so many people out there, that just want to hate, They just want to make something out of nothing.
I just want to love.
People want to follow you just to say bad things. That's the part that I don't get. You know what I mean? So you gotta.
They're still watching.
Oh, you gotta rise above the hate.
Yep.
Anything, and you definitely got the right attitude. I cannot wait for you to get back on track, get back in that square circle, and do what you do best, and bring the lioness. I always say you can huff, you can puff, but you can't blow that house down, man. You can't do it.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. I want to thank you for stepping inside the Hall of Fame, and I can't wait to see you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you both so much. Thank you.
Booyah, that's Nikkita Lyons, guys. Hey, y'all, stick around. We will be back in a momento. And it's Booker T, 6-time world champion, my man Brad Gilmore from Manscaped. The Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is here. And let me tell you, it's got futuristic tendencies included in this bundle, guys. Brand new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose and hair trimmer, and essentials aftercare products like the Crop Soother, the Ball Aftershave Lotion, and the Crop Preserver Anti-Chafing Ball Deodorant, and 2 free gifts. Oh, yes!
That's right, Book. Their 5th generation lawnmower features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. And did I mention? It's waterproof too. Manscaped, they did us a favor, Book. All the listeners of the Hall of Fame, and they threw in 2 free gifts: the Boxers 2.0 and the Shed 2.0 toiletry bag. Resolutions may come and go, but a well-groomed you is here to stay with Manscaped's latest and greatest.
Yeah, and start the new year off right, because when you look good, you feel good. Manscaped help you sculpt the best version of yourself for the year ahead. New year and new you, and definitely a new trimmer. Manscaped got your grooming resolutions covered. Guys, get 20% off and free shipping with the code Booker at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code Booker. Happy New Year to your balls. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, man. Oh man, I know we got some super chatters, man. Let's keep the super chats rolling, man.
Let's get to them, man.
Before we begin to the super chat, let's thank Nikkita Lyons, for stepping inside the Hall of Fame, giving us some a little bit of something. She's awesome, man. She's awesome. Can't wait for her to get back on track and get back in the squared circle. Seriously.
Yeah, much love to Nikkita, and coming on here and giving us a lot of insight. I didn't know a lot about Nikkita Lyons other than what you see online and in the discourse. So it was great to kind of know more of her background. And born in Vegas, raised in LA, you had to be in the entertainment business. Like,
you gotta be a star.
We do have some super chats. This one comes from Westside Ronnie. All hail King Booker.
That is, baby. That is.
Will the Row Nation ever do an event in California? And it says Brad, top 5 wrestlers all time. So you go first, Book. Row Nation in California.
Man, we definitely want to do something out in Cali. We got to get. And one thing about reality wrestling is it's all about partnerships, trying to get the right partnerships to do something like that with, because if we do it, it's going to be with Championship Hollywood if we do it. I could say there is a possibility reality wrestling will be coming to Cali pretty soon.
And then as far as that second part, if I'm going to do my top 5 all time, I got Macho, Rock, Taker, Flair, Book. That's my top 5.
I appreciate it, dog. I appreciate being in there.
Yeah, man. Let's see. This one comes from some Ganda Chanko, who says, King Booker, would you be down for Wolf Dogs in the 6-team ladder match at WrestleMania? I've heard rumors of a trick call-up. Thoughts? Tricks looking real jacked, baby.
Trick's looking damn good, man. He's looking damn good. Heck yeah, Wolf Dogs. Heck yeah, man.
They're actually awesome, by
man,
the way.
they are that odd couple.
They're
They're
so
that
good
odd
together.
couple that you never would think that they would mesh together as good as they have, but they are definitely doing some really, really, really good work. So yeah, I can see that.
Like Braun and Baron,
Barry. Mhm.
you know, I saw Braun do like this promo where he was talking or being interviewed, and he was like, less than 1% of the people who try to get in the NFL actually make it in the NFL. Right. He said, me and Baron both did that. And then he was like, think about the odds of two of those guys coming and being a tag team in wrestling. You're making it in wrestling, winning the championships. He's like, those odds are astronomical. Now, he didn't get into the full Steiner math, so
That's what I was just
thankfully
going to say. If he'd have went full blown Scott, that would have been something to see.
it would have been good. But, I do really like them together. And why not give them a shot at WrestleMania?
Yeah,
They're the NXT tag team champions. If we're gonna make these the undisputed champions.
Well, not just that. Put that little star rub on them. Just a little star rub. That little WrestleMania rub. You know what I mean? Goes a long way. It really does.
So we got a couple more here before we get on out of here. This comes from Instagram, a wrestling historian. What's your favorite match in WWE?
Man. For me, it would probably be Rey Mysterio. Winning the world championship as King Booker. I've had a lot of matches in WWE, but that's the one match to me that stands out in my mind more than any of them, man, because Ray was flawless that night, man. Just watching him do his stuff, I was in awe, and I was in the ring with him. I was working with him, and I always get my students, when we're doing film study, and we use that match a lot for film study, just because the match was flawless. So I would say myself against Rey Mysterio. Great finish. Great finish on when Chavo came in, chair shot, boom, crazy.
Oh, easy finish. Everybody looked good.
Yeah.
Couple more of this from Cali Toenail. What up, BT Boat? Shout out to all the haters out there.
All the haters, man.
Everybody ain't able, but everybody got to have a dream. Who you with?
Booyah! Booyah, shucky ducky, quack, quack.
I do love that Cat Williams, where he was like, if you have 12 haters now, you need 20 by the summertime. That is their job, is to hate. You got to let them do their job.
Let them do their job.
This comes from Frederick Brooks, the final one of the day. Mr. Booker T, what an honor. I'm a huge fan. It can be nerve-wracking doing an entrance. How do you prepare for that? That's an interesting question.
For me, that was the hardest part, walking out the curtain. It really was. My palms would, be sweating. But that nervous energy for me, I made it work for me. You guys hear me say, butterflies are flying all over the place. You got to get those butterflies to line up and fly straight. That really is the way it is. You got to use that nervous energy to be at your best. For me, having that nervous energy made me not want to make any mistakes. Everything had to be right. So I talk to my students. I say, you don't do anything that you have to practice. If you can't wake up and do it out of your sleep, you don't even think about trying to do it. You know what I mean? So that's what that nervous energy did for me. And hopefully you can make it work for you.
And those are our super chats today. Before we get out of here, Book, we're in Houston. So people who aren't watching in the Houston area might not have heard this, man. But if you're a sports fan, maybe you have. Mattress Mac goes back in the city, man. I mean, he's been on television as long as I've been alive. And it's always interesting when you try to tell people, like, yeah, there's a really famous furniture salesman, actually a few of them in Houston. You don't really know. But I'm bringing him up because he's been doing these wrestling promos on his TikTok and YouTube channels and stuff. And he did a macho impersonation. And I want you to kind of give me your feedback on his macho impersonation. Can you see this?
I can see it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Houston. It's your boy, Matt Savage, the Mattress Man. I've been body slamming high prices as the undisputed king of the ring in this furniture game since 1981 with Paul Bosch of Mid-South Wrestling. The cream of the comforter crop always rises to the top.
Just there's a little bit of it. There's a little bit of that.
Oh man, Mattress Mac, man, he's been around this city for a long time, man. And he just said something about Paul Bosch. Paul Bosch is the guy who helped him, get that furniture store off the ground. He was about to go under. Paul Bosch put him on, and the next thing you know, he's the biggest thing going in the city. And I tell you, he's been representing wrestling for a long time. I got a little wrestling company, if you didn't know, it's called Reality of Wrestling. We would love to come out there to, Gallery Furniture and, put on a show. And I'm going to tell you, if Reality of Wrestling came to Gallery Furniture and put on a show, and as big as that spot is he got out there, it would be the biggest thing since Houston wrestling and Paul Bosch when he did it back in the day. So Mattress Mac, hit me up, man. Hit me up and let's get it done. Yeah, man. Awesome, man. Great time. But we got to get out of here, man. We got to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame, getting your champagne, wishes, caviar, dreams, Nikkita Lyons. Great interview. Like I said, and a speedy recovery. Hurry up and get back. Can't wait to see you back. But guys, there again, like I always say, Brad, for all the heavy lifting, we appreciate you. And until next time, peace. We love you. We out.
The Ed Milet Show showcases the greatest peak performers sharing their journey, knowledge, and thought leadership.
This is one of the all-time best pieces of advice ever given on the show.
Actor Rainn Wilson.
The number one thing that psychologists point to with young people of why they are struggling so much in this mental health epidemic is they don't have resilience. So how do you build resilience if you don't understand suffering itself?
The Ed Milet Show is available on YouTube or wherever you listen.
Hi there. Sorry for the interruption, but are you enjoying this show on Google Podcasts? You should know that the Google Podcasts app is going away this spring. That's right, going away, gone as in no longer available. You can still enjoy this show elsewhere though. Try out Spotify or Amazon Music, or maybe TuneIn is more your style. Whatever app you switch to, be sure to follow so you never miss the next episode. And thanks for listening, wherever you listen.